everyone, it's Shar from Shar's Fashion Nation. I'm here to do some Bridgerton themed nails. Now, my nails, I painted them this brown. That was the mystery color in the Maniology mystery box, which I'm grateful for that box. So you might be wondering, why are my nails brown? Kind of a beautiful chocolate brown, honestly. So in the Netflix series Bridgerton, there is Lady Featherington, and the most tacky looking fabric colors or patterns to put on people that it doesn't match their skin tone clearly. So I thought, oh, and the bee on here, that would represent Viscount Bridgerton, that in the series had passed away from a bee sting, unfortunately. So anyway, back to Lady Featherington. She would wear the most hideous looking fabrics for a dress, and that was her thing with her daughters. So except for Penelope. So I'm thinking, and I will add a picture for the inspiration, or pictures for the inspiration for this. Now, if this accidentally jiggles, I'm sorry about that, but I even had to change stands to try to figure out how I was going to set this up with my phone. Plus, I also have it on the charger. Now, I'm going to remove some of these up here because I don't need them all. So we're just going to go ahead and move that brown tone. So I do need this. I was thinking about this one, actually. The green is underneath because I was testing that. So I will be going with this. It's kind of a greenish gold. And I thought about using the white, but I'm like, that might come out muddy. So let's not do that. So I'm going to go ahead and put the sticky base coat on here. Now with Maniology, you have to use a sticky base coat. With this brand, you have to use some sort of sticky base coat. Now, I do miss using She Modern. She Modern is a little expensive right now. That's why I'm going with Maniology and other brands. So if I could save up and get some She Modern sticky stamping polish again, I will do that. But I love their polishes, their lacquers, and I love their stamping plates. So, yeah, let me get this on. So what I did was only put that on 3 nails for now. So first of all, I thought I lost this one. Like, this is a good one. It's still sticky. And if you don't feel like your stamper is sticky enough and you have one of these, just go like that. Should make it sticky again. So one thing I would like to do, and I'm not worried about the surface, one thing I will like to do is see if I can pick up this pattern here on that spot. Let's see if we can stamp that. Now, if that stamps, heck yeah. So the one thing I like about this plate is it oscillates the under with the over, but with some looks you don't have to do the under and the over. And I don't want to hear, oh, you're using too much. It was my dollar that makes my fun holler, so I don't want to hear it. And if you want to know, Maniology comes all the way from Hawaii. Oh, that did not scrape across the whole thing, did it? Now you can sort of see it better, but huh. You know what though? If I turn it like this, I might be able to get it. That's kind of ugly Featherington style right there. Sorry for the lighting. I tried to do this in the more of the daylight, but having time for that, it's like, oh, please. Anymore. So, I'm not sure if I like that or not. I didn't want to go with the red. Let me try to adjust some lighting. Okay, perhaps this is better. I'm not sure. I doubt that. Had to put you at a different angle, which is kind of weird. But any hootie, I'm gonna go over that one with the smudge-free top coat. And sure, I have other colors I can use with this, but I don't have the colors I used to have. Remember all those wonderful colors I used to have, so if I still had those, heck yes, I'd be using them. So let's just move on to the next nail, right? What I'm doing is I'm using a reflection off of something else to see this. So like I said, please bear with me doing this. So anyway, now that I know that one stamps, the whole thing is my smaller nails, these two, I will have to pick something else for those, like this here, and perhaps put a bee on my pinky, maybe with a rose. I don't know. We'll see. But we do need to move on to this nail. And you know what? Yeah, I think I will go with that one. So let me know which angle you like better, because I'm trying to do this as good as possible. As you all know, if you paid attention, if you were here, my chair broke. The thing was, you know what? Furniture is not like it used to be. Furniture from like back in the day, that was the best ever. And when I mean back in the day, I mean that stuff from the 70s and 80s. I need better lighting than this. Maybe just see what I can do this way. Well, it did go on. How about that? Let's clean that stamper up. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know, I have my little jar of like the little wipey thing. Oh, I'm in my pajamas. I don't really care. It's nighttime anyway. Had to get a clean one out. I noticed that these actually absorb a lot of the liquid. So we'll go on to the next. And for that, I might see about picking up, let's see, do I want that rose? I think I'll go with this one. And then I'll put the sticky stamping polish here and here, you know, the base coat. So far, that's not too bad. Like I said, it's Lady Featherington and her kind of tacky style. Like, I was looking at pictures of the actress, honestly. It looks nothing like how they made her up as Lady Featherington. So, it's quite funny. backed up. Try to do this way. Also, let me know, do you like this angle better for me doing the nail art? So that perhaps you're able to view it better. I didn't get that all the way over there. I'll have to fill that in later, but okay, let's clean that off. On to the next. Like I said, I'll have to put the base coat down. And then I'll do the other hand off camera because I'm just going to duplicate, making sure we're filming, because that would be horrible if we weren't. I know we are, because I reached over just to do this. That base coat on. Oops, I think there was a little bit much on the brush for this nail. We'll just set that aside for now. And then when I do the sticky base, not the sticky base, I'll do that on this hand in a bit. When I go to finish these off, I'll just put that smudge-free top coat. So now I'm trying to think, what else? Well, I haven't used that one. That is a mum. It is. That is a mum. So we might go with the mum, and then we'll see about what do we actually want to do. I might pick up that small rose and put it on my pinky. I don't think anybody really respects the how can I say this? The shystiness of the Featheringtons, right? They're shysty. I mean, Lord Featherington was a gambler, gambled away his daughter's dowries. And that's what I mean by shysty. Some shysty ones. And apparently Bridgerton is based on history. Didn't know that until I started watching it. And then, facts came out. There's a bunch of us on the internet, I'll make comments like, no, it won't be Queen Charlotte passing away. It will be King George. And that's why Lady Danbury cannot leave yet, because the Queen, even though the Queen, no, I'm not going to ruin that for you. I'm not going to ruin that for you. But anyway, that's why Lady Danbury is not allowed to leave, if that makes some sort of sense to you. Don't you think it would hurt Queen Charlotte's feelings if her best friend left? Of course it would. She's a queen, but she's a person. And apparently in real life she was. Oh, that is so pretty. I wish you could see it better. I want to stamp that smaller one. But honestly, I have to be able to see it. Aha. That went on. I think that turned out pretty dang good. Clean the stamper, and I'm always going to clean the plate after. And now I'm just going to do the smudge-free top coat, and then I will be back with this hand finished. So, one moment, please. as I attempt to pause this. And now I'm actually down to the last nail. See if I can get that on there. That one on. That one on. I'll get you in a better light for some pictures at the end. Go with that smudge-free top coat because that always helps. I know I didn't get that in the right position, but hey, it's my pinky nail. It's very tiny. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Bridgerton inspired nail art look. And I might later take some other press-on nails and do some other looks. I want to try to get some other polishes though, but we'll figure that out. Meanwhile, stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. No, what happened on that one? It was just that. Anyway, it's just some fuzz. No, right? Anyway, like I said, I hope you like this. I know you couldn't really see much of it, but I will take pictures, and I will see you in the next one. Remember, the other part of Bridgerton Season 4 is out on the 26th. Bye. Hope you watch it. Trying to get this to stop now.